Hello everyone. Here I have something very interesting about Hogg's complex way of life, something that I have learned over the past 3 to 4 years, thus ending here very interestingly with the proven analogy of exactly how the Hogg works it and gets away with it. Hang in there, it will add up and you will probably be surprised. This video is entitled The Narcissist Hogg Shows Us Why and How He Has Come to Be the Relentless Predator. Is Bossshog's relentless e-begging ever going to stop before he is nabbed, chained up and carted away by law enforcement? Anything and everything that Hogg wants or fancies gets snuck into his videos where he plants veiled seeds into your mind. You know, just like he's learned at the beginning from the best in the business, his teacher, Professor Tintin. You know, the seeds that sneak into the back of your mind unnoticed and resurface to make you think about it later. Yes, Hogg's looking for half-wits who are stupid enough to fill this bum's pockets and facilitate his extravagant needs. Yet another smooth, sweet-talking video I saw of his yesterday. I have to add that he couldn't help himself and stop that anti-Filipino tongue flapping once again from ripping and slagging off very minor Filipino grammar regarding during reading of the letter regarding his expensive Bohol solar system. Same as he did with his Filipino bank manager when his AdSense salary was late. Same as he always does when he gets the chance to belittle a Filipino. Anyway, you know all that. Back to the story. Please remember that this e-beggar, Boss Hogg, tells you on a daily basis he has no money and always has no budget. But when he tells you this, it comes along with his next project scheme that he promises will put everything right again. Yes, you've guessed it. It fails again, as always. From what I can see in Hogg's empty pockets solar panel buying scheme, he will need 600,000 pesos, going up to about $14,000, I'm led to believe. Ambitious from him, wouldn't you think? As he has no money, or his usual no budget. If he gets away with this and manages to put it into action, you will notice he has made sure he put Maricel's name in the firing line. And of course, not his own. Scam coming. Be careful, people. Alarm, alarm. And please don't part with your money to this conman scoundrel. You can be absolutely sure that no good will come of it. This will show you what a numbskull and scheming beggar Hogg is. According to Hogg's earlier self-spoken information on his own videos a couple of weeks ago, he tells us the solar system is necessary for his ambitions for his on-site fish farm messing. Like the blind leading the blind, I can see. As he is going to need a lot of electricity to run pumps, aerators, lights, etc. What he doesn't show any consideration for is the possible vast amounts of what will be illegal water usage he would need. This would be totally unsustainable all year round, where he is situated on that hill. Oh yes, it's okay in the rainy season, but what about in the long dry season when everybody on the island of Bohol suffers water shortage to some degree? Hogg lives on top of the hill, with a few neighbours around, including Elnora next door, who needs her share of the same underground water to sustain her own little self-sufficient gardens. When Hogg's water runs dry, Elnora's and the neighbours' water runs dry also. Of course, Hogg doesn't care about them or that. But we do. Hogg has already had his wells run dry from just supplying drinking water to the few pigs he had in a dry season a couple of years ago. So how in the hell can the dimwit buffoon believe he can possibly legally sustain a well water supply to a properly run fish farm through several ponds and tanks in a dry season at the top of the hill that he lives on? This clearly narcissistic individual, Boss Hogg, is so fixated on chasing the free dollar, it has made him what seems insane for sure, because he's certainly not thought this one out. Yes, I repeat, Hogg has certainly not thought this one out. Oh, but maybe there's the usual mysterious trick up this con man's sleeve. As he is a very sly one, we know that, so we must be very wary of believing his given motives, and definitely do not get involved with him financially, because if you do, he will certainly have you over and rip you off. As our man says, keep your money in your pockets, unless you want to sit through and watch it sail down the Swanee into oblivion, like many before have. Now, some facts I believe you should have a think about, and you can probably relate to it, and you can probably relate to what I have already stated here. I've been saying this for a long time, and now people are starting to see it for themselves. Bossshog does not do anything that would give an argument that he wants or needs any of his projects to succeed and be successful. And I will prove it here. Hogg personally puts none or very little time or work into his so-called projects. Only to short video from within them. Usually he does this in the mornings. Hogg's 100% well-proven need to be successful is to, as usual, 100% fail. Because failure is what's always brought the big bucks in free for the Hogg. With his well-worn quote of no budget when panting out his, well, I need to do, but no money. And no money yet sob stories. This is what always brings him in the big money. Money that enables him to chain smoke, eat very well, in fact too much, because you can see the size of him, put money in the bank, and above all, it allows him to go and lay in bed and sleep every afternoon into the evening, every day of the week, so that he can get up later to beg on his favoured and lucrative time zone late American donor shift online. And of course, the hush-hush private offline donors too, late into the early hours of his mornings. Do your sums. Hogg's real job is videoing, e-begging, and asking in private for the dollars to keep rolling in. Hogg has it off to a T and has been very successful for the past 3 to 4 years, as we have seen. Yes, you've got it. This no morals phony Christian, the Hogg, the Bossshog, is a long-time successful dollars e-begging machine. And this is exactly how he works, his routine. You need to believe it, because I have learned this over a long period of time from the blabbermouth tongue himself, and of course Talk-A-Lot wife Olive Oil too, over a long period of time also. Me knowing more than a little about human nature, these same countless but vulnerable donors who have been pumping endless thousands of dollars over the past 3 to 4 years into that obese, fat, overfed slob, who is so heavy he's unsteady on his feet, he's so unfit he's useless and cannot work at all. Don't believe those camera setups, what he does. Yes, setup crap. Hogg does nothing but video. You believe it. He cannot even get out of his own way. Yes, these same people, his donors, would cross the road to pass a destitute, genuinely hungry hobo with a cup in his hand rather than give him 50 cents for a bottle of water. As I said, the same people pump endless multi-dollars into this soft-talking criminal conman for him to just squander and throw down the drain on his planned 100% failure projects. I now beg you people to stop listening and aiding and abetting this career conman waster. It is obscene to be doing and living like he does, alongside native people who live hand to mouth and have nothing and often go days without even a cup of rice, nothing at all to put on the table for their families. They are seeing every day what you are doing by feeding this shyster waster. Thank you for listening. Please like, comment and subscribe. And thank you again. Adios, amigos.